your own conceptual model then tries to integrate all of the domains of the determinants of oral health, and these include the influence of psychosocial and behavioural factors at the various levels of community, family and child level. And again, this has been used by others, including Shaw, to develop a conceptual model for early childhood caries, highlighting some of these key parental and behavioural factors. So I'm going to look at some of the findings from the same study and aspects of child and caregiver health and how they may be related to some of these aspects. So, as you heard, the Growing Up in Ireland study is the first significant longitudinal study in Ireland. It's funded by the Department of Health, and it does use the Bronfman-Brenner's biological model. It focuses on these three main areas: physical health and development, social, behavioural well-being, and education and attainment. These are some of the papers that have been published based on the Growing Up in Ireland study. And you can see there's a wide varied areas of study, including breastfeeding, obesity, behavioural development, language development. So we wanted to look at the association between reported dental problems and the health and behaviour of the primary caregiver and the infant, specifically at 2 time points, the 9-month-old and then when the child again was 3 years of age. And again, as you've seen, we derived the data from the GI study, excuse me, and the group was sampled at 9 months in 2007, 2008, and again when the child was age 3 in 2010, 2011. So we used an over chi-square test to explore the association between the reported dental problem and these variables. For the infant at 9 months, we measured temperament using the infant characteristics questionnaire. 3 years, we measured behaviour using strengths and difficulties questionnaire, and we used a global rating of health as we've seen at both time points. For the primary caregiver, we used a parental stress scale, parental depression scale, and again global rating of health. And again, as you've seen, demographics adjusted for regression analysis included the gender of the child, the gender of the primary caregiver, and the receipt of social welfare benefits used as a proxy for socioeconomic status. And briefly summarising again, the sample size, you can see just over 11,000 at 9 months and almost 9,800 at 3 years. And the data was statistically weighed at both time points. You can see that the primary caregiver was almost always female, and in most cases was also the biological parent or the mother of the child. At 9 months, you can see we had just over 300 infants reporting dental problems, or self-reported dental problems, and almost 500 at 3 years of age. So for the 9-month results, the global health rating was not significant for either primary caregiver or infant, whether the infant had a dental problem or not. For infant temperament, there was a significant difference between those with a reported dental problem, as supposed to be known, for these ICQ subscales, so fussy, unpredictable, unadaptable. For the primary caregiver, again, the parental stressors lack of control subscale and primary caregiver depression score were significant if the child had a reported dental problem at 9 months. And then in regression analysis with the reported dental problem, again, as a dependent variable, 3 factors were significant, controlling for other factors in the model. An increase in the fussy infant temperament or caregiver depression was associated with 3% likelihood of the infant having a dental problem at 9 months compared to not having a dental problem. You can also see that the dull infant temperament was associated with a decreased likelihood of the infant having a dental problem. So then moving on to the 3 years of age, the 3-year-old children who were rated as not very healthy had a significantly higher prevalence of dental problems, 36% versus 25%. And there was a significant difference in child behaviour with the SDQ total difficulty score and hyperactivity subscale for those with a dental problem at 3 years versus no dental problem. For the primary caregiver, parental stress score was also significantly higher for those reporting a child dental problem. Regression analysis identified that the child global rating of health was a key factor associated with the reported dental problem at age 3. And child who rated not excellent was 69% more likely to have a dental problem as opposed to not having a dental problem, again controlling for other factors in the model. So, in summary, 1 in 50 infants at 9 months and 1 in 20 children at age 3 had a reported dental problem. The reported dental problems were associated with the infant temperament and parental stress and depression at 9 months, and child behaviour and parental stress at 3 years. And our regression analysis identified significant associations between the experience of dental problems and infant temperament, parental depression in infancy, and child global health. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. It was now open for discussion.